Warning: the following video contains some strong adult language that may not be suitable for minors. Viewer discretion is advised.
After all, I'm doing this to appease Slender Man. Yeah, and so did a bunch of other kids across this country over the past few months. It's table flip time, folks! Sit down, grab a bowl of popcorn. This one's gonna be a doozy. And it's all about Slender Man and the controversy that surrounds him, supposedly. Slender Man started out as a creation on a forum called Something Awful. A guy by the name of Victor Surge, whose real name I will not divulge, had posted a couple of photos of a tall, lanky guy with no facial features at all, wearing nothing but a suit and tie. And sometimes he was pictured with one child by his side, a bunch of children around him, children away from him, and he's in the background. Pretty innocent looking stuff. Until you read the captions underneath it that said things like, "We didn't want to go there, we didn't want to kill them, but his silence and his outstretched arms made us feel comfortable." That's how the myth of Slender Man started, with just those pictures and those little captions on Something Awful. From there, it went to Creepypasta. Creepypasta is a site that people could go on and write horror fics of their own. So these people on Creepypasta took the Slender Man photos and started creating horror fics of their own involving Slender Man and what he does and what he doesn't do. I've seen a couple of these, and none of them really touched on any of the shit that transpired in this country over the past few months. And what I mean by that, back in May of this year, up in a little hodunk fuck town known as Waukesha, Wisconsin, two 12-year-old kids decided that they were going to hold down another 12-year-old classmate of theirs and stab them 19 times. If it wasn't for a passing cyclist, this kid would have died. All because these two 12-year-olds wanted to appease Slender Man. How exactly are you appeasing him? He's not real. He's just an internet meme. He appeared in a fucking photo. But you're appeasing him. Did he fucking tell you to kill this person? I doubt it. He has no mouth. Unless he telepathically said it to you. Which some people have depicted that he may or may not have telepathic abilities. He may or may not have the ability to teleport from one place to another. He may or may not have all this other shit. But it's all just different depictions of Slender Man. But these two kids, guess they read one story, the same story, and it was probably one that had Slender Man telepathically telling other kids, "Go out and kill these people for me." First off, those two 12-year-olds are fucking demented for even agreeing to it. I mean, what were they trying to gain from that? You kill a fucking 12-year-old kid. Why? Well, we want to please this tall, lanky guy. We want to become his proxies. Yeah, become proxies to a fucking internet meme. Yeah, that... So, of course, the kids were arrested and tried as adults and are now serving 65-year sentences in prison for what they did. Well, one of them is. The other one is full-blown wackaloon and saying that she also hears the voices of he who shall not be named and I will not say his name. And she also hears the voices of one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Meanwhile, back at the ranch... Anyway, enough about them. So that was the first instance of kids taking Slender Man the wrong way. The second one happened in Ohio when a 13-year-old tried to stab her mom. Because Slender Man told her to. Supposedly. She's trying to appease Slender Man by stabbing her mom. Yeah. That one turned out the same way as the fucking shit in Waukesha, Wisconsin did. Kid's been restrained. And just when we think that we're done hearing about all the incidents involving Slender Man in some way, shape, or form, last month, a kid in Florida set her house on fire with her mom and her little brother inside of it. Thankfully, the mom and the little brother made it out of the house with no serious injuries, but the kid set the house on fire to appease Slender Man. Notice a trend? These little 12, 13, 14-year-old kids read stuff about Slender Man on some internet site, probably Creepypasta, which is where all the horror fics are written at. And they decide they're gonna enact a couple of these horror fics. Or maybe it was the same horror fic that all three of them read that said, Slender Man's telling you go out and kill these people to appease me. And, you know, it's bad enough that these kids fucking found out about this thing, this internet meme. That's all he is a fucking internet meme, ladies and gentlemen, and kids that are watching this. He's a fucking internet meme. He does not exist in real life. Just because you see him in pictures in the background, and there's lore out there that if he does appear in the background of any picture that you're in, he'll haunt you for the rest of your life. It's all it is. It's just lore. It's not real. It's fiction. It's an internet meme. So, going back to Waukesha, all the residents there are in an uproar right now because Party City and Spirit Halloween, the two major Halloween stores that sell costumes and all kinds of Halloween goodies and shit, they're selling the Slender Man costume. They found out the hard way when they walked in and they see the Slender Man costume right there on the rack. And all of a sudden, all these people in Waukesha are like, oh no, please, no, take it off the shelves. I can't take it. We don't want to relive this. Nobody should be dressing up the Slender Man. It's a fucking costume, okay? A fucking costume for an internet meme. It's probably the first and probably won't be the last internet meme to get a costume. And you're up in arms about it because two kids in your fucking little hodunk fuck town ruined your reputation by killing somebody to appease an internet meme. Oh my god! Grow the fuck up, Waukesha. It's a fucking costume. It's basically putting on a white, full-body Zentai full suit and throwing a tuxedo over it. That's all it is. Slender Man! Ah! I could go to any Halloween store in this area, get a full-body white Zentai suit, put on a tuxedo, and I could go around trick-or-treating as Slender Man. Nobody will bat a fucking eye. But you, people up there in Waukesha, are depriving other kids that had nothing to do with this shit of the possibility of being Slender Man. Because you're up in arms over two 12-year-old kids who had a fucking moment. You know what? Your kids should have never been looking at fucking Slender Man shit in the first place. There's a reason it was called a horrific. It probably should have came with a little warning on the website saying any kid under the age of 17 probably should not be reading our shit. In fact, they're probably putting that warning up now because I'm pretty sure the guy that created Slender Man is done apologizing, even though he shouldn't have had to. If you had been standing there watching your kids and seeing what they're looking at online. But no, you took a perfectly normal internet meme that went viral and allowed your kids to bring it into reality, and now look at what happened. Your kids are in jail. Your kids are being tried for murder because they had to appease an internet meme. Grow the fuck up. And I'm done with this shit.